Hello, this is Mariella, and this channel is all about the most powerful energy transmissions, channel messages, and a lot more spiritual topics. If you are into that, please stay here. If you love my content, please consider a donation for a basic amount. You receive as a gift source activation tones, and they are fabulous. They are super powerful. They are very special. And I only do source for my donations. You will activate your whole divine blueprint. So they are super mega intense and powerful, and everybody likes them. The link is in the description. So if you had me in a pedestal, it's really about to fall. I'm human. To me, this is the hardest video by far that I had to make, that I wanted to make. It's I feel very exposed, but I think it's important. You might recognize some of this in you. You might have been going through any of this. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this. So also, I think it's a good idea to recognize what are our shadow aspects. Sometimes we just want to look at the pretty things, which is fine, because if we look at it, it will mostly create more of it. But at the same time, if we're not aware, or if we choose not to see what we don't like about us, if you are accepting it, that's perfectly fine. But if you are not accepting it and you don't like it, and you really, really don't like it when you look at it, then you are creating a fractured being. Your self-image is fragmented. And also you will be creating a reality in which things are going to be fragmented in your life. In order to grow out of this as a whole being, then you need to look at it and love it and make peace with it. It's sometimes hard to love it, but yeah, make peace with it. It also keeps us grounded, and this energy that we received in April, and you can check the April energy transmission video if you haven't done that. You can check it. That's a link pinned in a comment here, and as well in the cards. How I feel about the energy. It keeps us grounded, like I said, because there is this intense energy for April that is countering all these hard to look aspects. It's not countering, but it's a counter effect to what we feel when we don't allow this, when we are in denial of it. It's a counter effect. It shows us in our face, because I saw everything in my face, and I'm going to tell you right now. As a result, we're going to grow much bigger, and in a way that is more similar to what our divinity see in us, which is a complete being, not a fractured being, not well, I don't like this part of Mariella. They are not saying that ever. They love us unconditionally. So we need to do the same. When I was editing the April video, the energy part of the video, I fell into a little trance. I've been shown an image that it was specifically for me, not for the collective, but for me, on a part of my fractured being. And it was this woman with decaying teeth, like horrible teeth. And to me that means, to me specifically, it means poverty consciousness. And that's part of me that I guess it has been ingrained for like all my life, and who knows, probably other lifetimes too, but specifically in this one, I come from a poor country, which is not poor really, but like people have poverty consciousness, a poverty mentality. So everything is about like, I don't have this, I don't have that, and that's that's all that people talk about. It's poverty consciousness. And obviously my family too, and in their backgrounds too, so in their upbringings too. So it's like a long lineage of talking poverty, and it was brought to me that way. So they are helping me integrate it. And despite that, right now my aura is gold, which is actually abundance. So I am integrating a lot more abundance than before, but obviously before I was not aware of that. Anyway, it shows me that there is still room to feel more abundant and to integrate it more in my life. And we don't change our beliefs just because we awaken, just because we expand our consciousness. It's a bit of a process, you know, like whoever tells you that they are a totally transformed being and they have no shadow, they have transmuted that completely. That's so much bullshit. Don't believe that at all. It's not. They're deluded, or they're so narcissistic that they think they're above everything, and you know it's not real. They're in an illusion anyway, and I've heard people saying that. But it's and their vibration is so high that they can ever. But don't believe that. It's nonsense. As long as we live in a human body, we're going to face our shadows, some more than others, but we're human beings. We're susceptible to that. So I'm still shedding layers that were deeply knitted into my conscious mind. And the good thing is, they're helping me with that, because every time more is going to get better and better, and I'm going to feel better and more expanded, and limitations are going to be less and less. That's what is expected. That is how it happens. So yes, you can move quickly, but there is a lot of work to do. This is clearly a root chakra issue. It's root because from your foundations, also third eye, because it's how you look at things. But basically I feel it's root chakra issues that they are helping with, they're dealing with, they're making more integrated with the vision of my source, the vision of my own source. Another thing that I heard, a lot of things happened, and I'm going to talk about two more things, because this video will be too long, I guess, and I am not at all ready to talk about everything. It's some heavy stuff that some trauma from the past, and well, I'm not ready to talk about everything, but I will talk about this other. In the beginning of April, I think I heard, or 10 days ago, I have no idea, because days, I can keep track of them, but like in April, I was like relaxing, taking some sun, and I heard clearly, clairvoyantly, I heard something about like you and your stupid personality, and I was like, wow, why I'm here, why I have this message, and it was obviously because that was part of my shadow. Like they said, I would be shown, or I will be aware of it in April. Here's another validation of the April energy. It was loud. So, it made me confront the part of me who feels inadequate. I felt that throughout all my life, socially awkward in general, and never I felt like I belong in a place. I never felt like I belonged in the country I was born, or here. Now I moved to another country. So this has been an issue for me because, well, my energies when I was born for a long time was indigo. I was born an indigo. Indigo people tend to be like a little different. It's not a unique energy because there are some indigos, but they are not the majority. Definitely, it's a very strange type of energy. There are some indigos, but it's a rare color still. It's not a very common color. And I found recently I'm also in the autistic spectrum, so that caused me problems. I never felt like I belonged anywhere. That's clearly another root chakra issue. Now I feel a lot more grounded, a lot more rooted, and a lot more comfortable, even if I don't have like a tribe. I'm happy to have you, but still I don't have a tribe, a social circle, and I have friends counted with my fingers. But that's okay. I don't feel as I felt before. I felt lonely and stuff, but and awkward. I more or less I'm coming to terms with it, but clearly this is something that is still work in progress. Otherwise, they wouldn't have told me that. So yes, I think this is also part of sacral issues. I'm gonna talk about this other time in April that I confronted my shadow, and it was a dream that I had. It was some days ago. It made me very upset. I was in a boat with a friend, and I guess all of this has to do with symbology, with symbolisms, and a boat, because I couldn't go anywhere. I guess I was feeling a little trapped, and water that I tend to feel. Water is emotions, so it's about like emotional issues. And well, I was looking for this friend. I went with her, and I couldn't find her. She just ditched me. And I recently had some kind of issues with her, because I realized that she was this, and I didn't see it before. It's funny because I guess I didn't want to see it. She was this narcissistic person. she acted very narcissistic towards me, and I distanced myself from her, but I saw her in this dream and she was acting that way. However, this is not the first time that this happens to me, because I attracted so many narcissistic people. I guess I was kind of very attractive to them because I was patient and listening to them and empathetic to them. So I was kind of bait for them. But I guess she was the last one of the narcissistic people that I distanced myself from. Given that I'd been attracting in the past so many narcissistic people, it made me suspicious of everyone I met. It made me like, can I really trust this person? And I'm reading their energy all the time. And yes, this is something that was playing out a lot in my life. So this is very heavy energy that I've been carrying, I guess. And this is heart energy, heart chakra, solar plexus, lower chakras, I suppose as well. Yeah, lower chakras definitely, because it's about relationships and loyalty and tribe issues again. So everything is consistent in me. And they're showing me these things. I was like really uncomfortable with this friend and really kind of upset with her. There was some resentment in my heart. And now, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, I have to block this woman from everywhere. But now I'm like, I'm okay. I'm dealing with it in a more loving way. I'm probably not gonna block her, and I don't feel that thing as heavy. So the April energy has served me a lot, and I guess it has been manifesting the same for you or similar to you, and it doesn't have to be at the same time, but maybe you will feel it later. You had felt it already. So let me know in your comments if you have felt this, if there is some similarities in what is going on in your life. So let me know in your comments. As you see, the issues that have been shown are very deep issues, deep trauma issues hanging there for maybe decades, and very in your face and uncomfortable. Try to observe those without holding judgment. Don't judge what you're feeling. It's okay, it's part of you too. You're living in this planet, which part of it has some duality, right? And as long as you're not living as an ascended being, this probably continue or not. But if you are really hating your shadow, it will persist. You will see more of it. They are going to keep showing it to you, or you are going to keep living it, because that's how it works. So right now, they are helping us create a healthier image, a healthier reality in which we integrate everything, in which we don't feel that dissonance within ourselves that keeps us feeling fractured or living a fragmented life. We are creating a more powerful and abundant life, space, reality, whatever you want to call it. Well, if you haven't done that, like and subscribe to my channel. Everything helps. Comment below, say hi or whatever. I'm going to answer. If you're not a troll, of course. Well, bye.